If you're sexy and you know it, and you're sexy and you show it, let me see you get your hand.
I'm Belay, and I'm here with Tank. He's going. You can say hi to the fans.
What's poppin'? How you doing?
So you're coming out with a new album September 21st.
Mhm.
It's called Now or Never.
Now or never.
And it's been 3 years.
Yes.
3 years, and you're newly signed with Atlantic Records. So how does it feel to come back into the game and get? Or you never left?
Yeah, well, it's not really a comeback. I've been doing this thing for 12 years, but of course, the last 3 years, when Sex, Love, and Pain came out, we did really, really well. Got nominated for some Grammys and all the good stuff. And in between that time, I just did a lot of writing and producing for a lot of people. Jennifer Hudson won a Grammy with her. Jamie Foxx nominated. Pleasure P nominated. Carrie Hilson nominated. And, the rest continues, where we had some singles out, Latoya Luck at Regret, Omarion, I Get It In. And, we were just grooving, you know what I mean? So, it came time where we had to say, okay, you know what? Now it's tank time. Now I got to start figuring out, how to put some things out and figuring out the company situation. Let's get it popping. And, that's what we did. And now we're here, new energy, new single, new album, new everything. And it feels good to be back on the artist side of things.
That's great. Would you say that with this album you've evolved at all as an artist?
Definitely. With all the, I can say practice that I have had with working with other people, and just over the years of making my own albums, I've kind of figured out some things. You know what I mean? And I've learned, I've grown. It's just like anything you practice at, if you ain't getting better, then you're practicing the wrong way. So, thankfully I've made some good progress in some good areas. So. Musically, we got a new, not a new sound, but something new, something interesting. We still have the same classic thing that you know me for, the same classic thing that you know R&B to be. Still singing to the ladies, still singing about the ladies, still trying to figure all that out.
So this is the ladies' album.
Oh yeah, definitely ladies' album. But it's got a little bit more movement to it. I'm a little happier. When you're happy, you dance. You know what I'm saying? You groove. You know what I mean? So it has those elements on it that I think it's gonna raise.
The title of the album comes from. How did that come about?
The title is kind of just the stand that I feel like I want to be part of when it comes to trying to keep R&B alive. I want to be part of that movement, and I think it's something that we have to do now and not later, because if we don't take the time now to save our music, then we're going to lose it forever. Get music back in schools, getting kids inspired to be singers and musicians and all these things all over again. So that's what I want to be part of, and it's now or never to take that step.
Right. So, how? Well, you already talked about how it's different. So, speaking of inspiration, what were some of the inspirations for this album? What were some of the things you were thinking about in the process? That the reason why you took certain songs in, why you took certain songs out, just everything that took place and had a play in it.
Well, it was like I said. I think that with all the things that I went through with Sex, Love, and Pain, by being hurt and all the feelings that I was feeling at the time. If you listen to that album, you'll hear some real life stories on that album, and you'll hear where I was in a different kind of place, but it was just evolving and things working out and just moving past the hurt and all of these things and just moving into a better place and a better space, and my energy is up, you know what I'm saying, I'm popping, you know what I mean. So that's what made the album happen. It wasn't any super cosmic event that shaped or reshaped the form of whatever it is I'm doing. It's just I'm just in an awesome space right now. So I use that energy to create the album and pick the record that I want now.
So do you have any collaborations or features on this album with any other artists?
Well, we closing the album out in the next 2 weeks, so that's when we locking in all the features and stuff like that. So,
okay, so
it'll be a surprise until we actually get it all like that.
Okay, what's your favorite track? Up and Down and Never. Favorite track? You have one?
I can't say what my favorite track is on the it's I would try to, but I can't do it.
Do you have an idea what the next single that'll be released from the next single that'll be released after this?
The next single, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
And I hate to leave it all to to chance and but I wanna. I have my idea of what I think it is, but I also want to know what the fans think when they get the album. So I mean, I want to leave it to that because we're dropping the album on Sex, Love, and Pain
Right.
on September 21st. So I want to see what that does.
Right. Okay. I'm kind of gonna switch gears off the album thing and talk about just so some of your fans, especially this question is basically for the ladies, and I think everyone would be pretty much interested in knowing if you are you single?
Yes.
You are single. You're on the market. Okay, that's great.
The market.
So
Feel like produce.
thank you. So Now to Never is coming out September 21st. It's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, it's gonna be an R&B event of the year.
Okay.
I hope nobody don't want anybody else coming out on that day because it's gonna be a problem for us.
Okay, you got your competition ready. This is B-Lay, TFM Out Loud out.
This is Tank.
We're logging out. Thank you.
We're logging out.
Sexy and you know it, and you're sexy and you show it. Let me see you get your hands in the air. If you're sexy and you know it, and you're sexy and you show it, just wave them like you just don't care.